While I've always admired his work, the most recent episode of Dark Winds proved something I've thought for years: it's well past time to give Zahn McClarnon awards love. Dark Winds Season 3 has been the tensest so far, with everything in Joe Leaphorn's life seeming to crumble around him. The frustrating case is working, his emotional and mental state, even his marriage to Emma are coming unraveled, and the root cause all ties back to Joe himself. Until he deals with his past and how it impacts his present, Joe will remain haunted, whether by Dark Winds Yietzer or by his own guilt. As such, the most recent episode of the series took an unusual approach to really drive home the point that Joe is at the center of everything this season and the key to it all. Dark Winds Season 3, Episode 6 detoured from the usual dark procedural format of the crime thriller series, instead unfolding as an extended dream sequence for Joe, spurred by him being hit with a hallucinogenic dart. In our plot-obsessed modern era, it was a refreshing change of pace, a plot-light but story-heavy outing that allowed Zahn McClarnon to shine. Dark Wind Season 3 continues to prove why Zahn McClarnon deserves award attention. He's been so good for so long, but this season really stands out in his career. Zahn McClarnon has been excellent for decades, but it really feels like he didn't start getting his proper dues until the past decade with a string of critically acclaimed hits like Dark Winds, Reservation Dogs, Fargo, Longmire, and Westworld. Even beyond those brighter pop culture satellites, McClarnon's work has been impeccable. Truly, he's one of the rare actors who makes every single thing he's in better, even if it's just a small guest appearance, such as his brief role as William Lopez in the MCU's Hawkeye and Echo series, but it's Dark Winds that has really shown what Zahn McClarnon is capable of as an actor. The series is the definition of show, don't tell, and McClarnon excels in that mode. As a man of few words, but a deep well of emotion, Joe Leaphorn is thoughtful, reserved, and determined, but there's a lot going on under his surface, which McClarnon conveys through the subtlest facial expressions and change in body language. It's a quietly masterful performance, and he's compelling every time he's on the screen. While his mostly split time with other strong supporting cast members, Dark Winds is Zahn McClarnon's show through and through. Zahn McClarnon's role as Joe Leaphorn is a highlight of Dark Winds, but Season 3 Episode 6 is extra special. McClarnon carried it entirely on his shoulders. Even with the accolades he's rightfully gotten through the first 3 seasons, Dark Winds Season 3, Episode 6 saw McClarnon hit a new gear with his acting. Unlike every other episode prior, where, while Joe is the main protagonist, there are plenty of other supporting characters, the 6th episode of the 3rd season was his alone, with McClarnon appearing in every single scene in the episode, often by himself. Dark Winds proved McClarnon has what it takes to be a leading man. The most recent episode proved he has what it takes to carry an entire series on his own. If there is any fairness in how the voting bodies evaluate performances, then both the Emmy voters and the Golden Globe voters better be paying attention to Zahn McClarnon's work in this season of Dark Winds. By any metric, Season 3, Episode 6 alone would be enough to see him be nominated for an award, if not take it home. The emotional range McClarnon expresses throughout the episode is a tour de force, the kind of powerful, one-man show performance rarely seen on TV these days. McClarnon has always been great. It's long past time that awards voting bodies acknowledge it.